Hi guys, this is Dave Bennett with the LPE project. I want to give you an update because we are finally really about to put the pedal to the metal, and I want to show you what I mean. So it is October 4th, 2017. And let me just say this, several things have happened, so let me just try to make it visually clear somehow. So first of all, we've done a tremendous amount of work. I have tabs open for 60 of the 108 websites that we have been doing. Okay, where we have put up the pages, ripped them down, put up new pages, did different things, got proper articles, got proper YouTube videos into place. We've just been driving up the scores, and we're seeing where we're showing up organically. But even beyond that, we got a Google senior partner. He's definitely way on board. He's been starting campaigns now. First, he helped us reverse engineer. He said, okay, if you're interested in AdWords, think AdWords. If you're interested in organics, think organics. You can do those in whatever order you want, and it's fine. They don't contradict each other. But not everything you do for organic rank has to do with AdWords. Okay, but many things that lead to better organic rank also lead to lower AdWords costs, like page speed. You know, so Google's not directly interested in where you rank organically for the auction purposes, for the pay-per-click. But Google is interested still in factors like page speed. They have a lot to do with both organic rank and lowering the cost of AdWords. Anyway, we've got a lot of things happening in a lot of different ways. And with that in mind, we've just been tearing through these sites and ripping down pages and putting up new ones and improving things and getting it all ready. Now, we're just about to dive in and start pushing it forward, which leads me to the other points I want to make. Then I got to run off and get my kids, actually, because they're coming in from choir. And I got to pick them up. Okay, here's what I want to say. 108 websites, selective backlinking by geography. That's one thing. Another thing, we figured out the perfect 2-minute pitch. Cold callers, get a hold of Shib. If you have any questions about it, get a hold of them. This is gorgeous. You can easily make 20 calls an hour easily and land that pitch just back to back. And as you do it, you're going to get incoming calls and response. It's a nifty trick. It's probably even something that we may be able to robocall later, which will be neat. Because if any of you guys wanted to run something like that, you could spearhead that project just to lay out the outlay to get incoming calls, warm calls. However, even if you didn't, even if you just did it by hand, this is a way to add on like 240 bucks a month low end of recurring income for every hour you work. Maybe every 2 hours, just depends on how you do it. Whether you're doing them live or through this two-step method. Either way you look at it, it's insane. And so with that in mind, that's going to blow everything open. Now, in order for the cold callers to know who they're calling and what they're calling about, we had to have AdWords. So here's what's going on. Took a while to teach our AdWords manager, a senior Google partner, a guy with a lot of experience. We're lucky to have this guy. And he's extremely good at this. And so he started in, and we put up AdWords, looked them over, said, what about this? And he went, oh, okay, then we got to redo it. Ripped them all down, set up campaigns differently, put them back up, looked at them and said, no, we could do it that way, but we should do it this way. We got to get the costs down. So we kept looking at the costs. Cost per click in the industry is between 100 to 150 for high-end keywords, and then 50 to 100 for more regular keywords. We're walking into that, but we've dialed and dialed and dialed. Dialed through the websites, dialed through the AdWords, dialed through the matches in such a way that we're down to about 5 to 10 bucks a click. Now on one of these campaigns, it's already like, there's like 3K coming in to back that thing up pretty quick. So at 5 to 10 bucks a click, and let me just show you what this kind of a thing looks like when it's done right, okay, just to give you the idea. Because we're going to extrapolate this nationwide. As soon as it hits, we're going to take on every market that wants it. All right, so check it out. Each individual city is its very, very own campaign, and it's got its own ad, employing its own keywords. Okay, so we've just got these, and inside of these particular, the individual campaigns is what? Let's take any one city, right? There are like 308, 9 individual ad groups. Inside of them is 1 or 2 phrases. And so we've been setting it up and looking at what the costs are, and literally 5 to 10 bucks each the way we did our sites, which is freaking nuts. Okay, so we're now walking in with the highest broad searches yet because we don't want to do that. We want to step into it. Okay, but the fact of the matter is, we're stepping into this at a level that's just unbelievably affordable. So if you take like a 3K investment, let me just point that out. And those guys who are putting that investment in, you know who you are for this. And yes, we hit this one first because this is your baby and we know you've been dying for it. We got the very next campaign that's coming out, by the way, is a guy who wanted to put like 2K behind Adwords as soon as he had a campaign that was quality for him. That thing is happening right now. It'll be done like tomorrow. There's a whole list of the individual, yeah, be your DUI. That one's coming up next. Whole list of the individual campaigns that we're doing, and they have a pecking order. So there is literally a queue of campaigns over the, like every 3 days, there will be a new finished campaign in this batch. And as we dial it in for one area, like we're doing the Sell Your Home Now, we're doing the first one for Washington State, okay? Just cause for distressed homes until we get it dialed in. Then we start extrapolating nationwide. Beat Your DUI. That's a DUI project that we're doing in Florida. Okay, and then we extrapolate it nationwide. We've got campaigns coming out for everything. We've got 108 websites, and we now have our crew trained to the point where we can get into the production system. We can get like 25 websites every other day. Well, I can't say that. I can say 25 to 50 finished projects a week if we actually have them planned out, know what we're doing, and put them through the queue back to back and just keep, you know, letting them ride through the system. Okay, we have gotten that far. My goal, get up to like 400 websites here in the next, I don't know, month and a half or something, and interlace them all. It's absolutely insane. Now, the point I want to make also is this. We were even discussing how do you tie this in even better. I'll give you an example. When we look at selective backlinks and we're laser targeting them, instead of going for every page on every site, we go for the main pages and the main projects of every site. And we go for the really good keywords. What's a way to do that? I'll give you an example. Okay. So if you take this campaign here, as you know, on that website, we have projects, and each project is for each, you know, within the state, but then we can point at any one page. And for any one page, we can have a bunch of keywords that point at that page, okay? So it can be the geo-targeted version of the keyword. It can be the keyword pointed at the page. And so what's the point? Say you have a bunch of distressed home sites and you want to foister up the power of one or two, or all of them. That's the point of knitting. But I'm just trying to first create the pyramid, then explain the knitting. You take the same kinds of keywords that are top quality keywords, the things that work for Adwords. Why not use them is anchor text pointed at the same pages on the other sites pointing into those pages. Why? Because if you're going to be promoting them here, why not have the same keyword basis pointing in from elsewhere into the page too? So it's going to work organically as well as by AdWords. And if we're lucky, and this is something we're testing, then we're going to find that by doing that, we may even decrease the AdWords cost because we're improving the page for those keywords organically. I don't know what to say, but we can do it automatically now. We have this built into the software installer. You guys probably don't know about this yet. Okay, check this out. For those of you who do not know, I just want to make this point real quick because this is another piece of that puzzle. We created a backlinks generator. Create backlinks, edit backlinks, embed backlinks to HTML. And when you do it, how do you do it? You grab all your links and you paste them into, you literally paste them from Excel into here, and it'll go like 40,000 deep, I think, for any one page worth of backlinks, okay? So we can deep backlink, and it will auto-create the anchor text by extrapolating it from the URLs. Okay, now we add that in there. Now, if we want to go edit that, okay, we can go into edit backlinks, and we can pick up whichever one, wherever we put it, stick it with, you know, pull it up and then edit it. And guess what else we have? Video links and articles. Those of you guys who want to add this kind of value into your own websites, on your own HTML pages, even for theme to HTML, for the CMS, you know, for all the websites you produce as HTML-based pages, we can automatically produce that stuff now there. So we're going to use that as a second layer deep of general website content that points up at the LPE projects. All right. And then when you embed, we can even do the embed by, how to put it, if I was embedding, I don't even know if I have an example live right now on Moji Samples, maybe. Let's say I want to go a few folder levels deep, whatever it is. I don't know if I have anything there though. I can choose whatever it was I put up to work from, okay? And I can pull up all the pages. I don't think there's anything there. Okay, fine. I can pull up all the pages, and then I can select all the pages called index.html. Yeah, there's nothing in there right now, but if there was, I could select a type of file path, like show me every index.html. So it'll show me the main page of each project folder. And then what can I do? I can say auto add the backlinks, auto add the videos, and auto add the articles. And it'll just add those into the main page of each project folder. That way we're being very selective and very solid with really great keywords pointing at pages, but still deep backlinking, just not creating 4,000 times 10 backlinks on a single website. So it's totally controlled. All right. This is cool. And you can also change the heading. It can be look here for other resources. It can be check out our partner links. It can be whatever you want the heading to be, custom. And so you can go through that process on all the pages. It's when you start playing with this, you'll realize how powerful this is. This is really huge. So for those of you who don't know anything about software-installer.com, if you want to get into that, you should do it. And so just, go to software-installer.com, software-installer.com, and you can register for access. It's either free or $5, depending on whether you have a coupon code, okay? That's stupid simple though, okay? And you can just, you get all this total benefit for the software installers. Absolutely insane. So now you can auto niche your websites, which pulls your rank up. We started to realize we need to do that, get off page and create off page SEO. So we're starting to really master that. So we're doing it inside the LPE level, which is really a big deal. I don't know what to tell you. These sites are really, really hot. There are a lot of like garage door repairs one, or we got orthodontics, wherever the heck that is now, like this, orthodontics with flexible payments, okay? Absolutely awesome, okay? And so everything, all right, and we're doing all the campaigns for all these major industries, and that's the whole point, wherever the AdWords was for this again, I'm kind of losing track. All right, so literally they're on a queue, and so we're going to follow them through. What's the point? As we master the campaigns, we're instantly going to figure out the arbitrage, and so like where it costs X, but we get X plus Y back. And that's simple. And once we get that dialed in, because we're just about there, then what do? We literally step up from there into extrapolate across the nation. Just everybody gets paid, because we'll make sure all of you guys who bought in, whether your projects are live now or not, we'll give you something else. If you ever said choose for me, if you aren't running it specifically for yourself, okay, then you really don't care which project it is or what page it is, as long as you're getting the credit and start to earn your share. Yeah, we'll take care of you because you made this possible. Okay, all of you bought into this, made this possible. We will take care of you. Having said that, all of you who do have these projects specifically for yourself, we will help you absolutely dial your projects in. We've learned a lot. And so when that time comes where we have some of these campaigns running, funded, and that's it. All you guys who said, and there's some guys who came up and said, I want to put money into AdWords as an AdWords funder. I want your AdWords manager to watch the calls and adjust. And I want to push that to profit. Then we are using your money very, very carefully. It's in our account. Notice that this is our account. Our senior Google partner doesn't work out of his own account, even though we have a reason to trust him. He's a senior Google partner, badges and all. Lots of history. But we said, you know, if we're using our own money, we have to run it out of our account. You can oversee and tweak. So we gave them full access to the call logs to be able to review the calls to make sure they're coming out right, and full access to change the ads, but not to have access to the money. No one's saying they got any money. That's on us. We spend the money when we are convinced that the ads are doing the right thing. We decide the budget for the day, up, down, left, right, and we are pushing it to profit so that we can force all of us to get paid. Why? Because all you guys are going to come back for more anyway, and we're just going to keep growing, and we're going to grow at this insane rate. This is going to become our new model. Matter of fact, there's no reason to ever go to a place like Ring Partner when you can do it the way we're doing it now. Our cold callers can now land like 20 calls an hour onto voicemails with a minute-long pitch. It takes like a minute to dial it up, leave the voicemail, and the voicemail itself is like another minute. And we can give them 1,000 leads at a time. We know how. Like, you guys remember Reference USA? We can give anyone any number of leads and let them even call in the dead of night, just on purpose, to voicemails. Every 10 calls, they can grab a beer or something. Every 30 calls, say, just to loosen up and make sure their pitch stays loose. And just make a bunch of calls. Do it for a couple of hours, 3 hours, and guess what? The next day, just start fielding the calls as they come in from the interested guys. You know how hands off that is? That means any of you guys who are scared to talk to anyone, this is simple. Not only that, well, I'll tell you what, get it. If you want to be a cold caller and you haven't signed up for it, let me know. I'll give you the video series and you'll know what to do from there. And any of you guys who've already gone through that and want to know what's going on now, what's our latest, get a hold of Shib. You already know that. So get a hold of Shib and he'll tell you what's going on now, because he's got new videos coming out to cover this over the next couple of days. It's really amazing. So we're tying AdWords and cold callers together. So the AdWords is like, we're next, Steve. So here's the point. When he has a campaign for, distressed homes, right? We can go nationwide with it. So anywhere the cold callers want to start calling, it can be Denver, Colorado. As soon as people call back and say, I want in, we'll extrapolate. We'll copycat that campaign for that area. And guess what? Same with DUI. People can tear off, they can land territories. We can even sort of help you guys just identify. We can give you 1,000 leads in that territory. You just start making calls. We'll give you 100 at a crack. Let us know you need more. And you just start making calls. And literally, you kind of get that area. If you're looking for shared guys in that area, go for it. Piece of cake. And what we'll do is make sure that our AdWords manager knows what locations, what pages. So he'll know how to go to the websites, how to look up the pages, and how to copycat the campaigns for those pages. By the way, any of you guys asking, what about the pages that have an index? The answer is it doesn't matter. We found that out from the AdWords manager. There are a lot of people that put up pages on AdWords that aren't ever even meant to be organic. They're only meant for AdWords, and a lot of that's for tracking. Google really doesn't care. So Google cares about the quality of the underlying website, but that's how we get the cost down so low. Okay? So yeah, we're sitting at this incredible point right now. All right, I've got to go, and I've got to go pick up kids. They're going to be coming into the bus station really soon. They actually bus in from Seattle after choir because they like the independence, but then I got to get them at the bus station. So I'm going to go and pick them up and bring them here, and parents will come get their kids soon. All right. I wanted to let you know that, yeah, we're getting close. I did a video once sometime back. It's in the LPE series that talks about how it doesn't matter how long it takes us to get there, because as soon as we do, we just extrapolate. Take the money, double it over the next period, figure out, now that we've learned how to move that at that volume, double that, and so on. And we'll just take care of everybody in the process. There's so much room nationwide. Any of you want projects, get a hold of me. Any of you want to fund projects, get a hold of me. Any of you who are curious what projects are available, get a hold of me. Anyone who doesn't know what project you want, but you want us to choose for you and get you into the game so you can be part of this, and other people can run your AdWords and other people can fund them, and you can make your share simply because you bought in and let us do our job of developing it all. How do you do it? Go to theme2html.com. That's our site. When you get there, hit Streamline Project. Okay, that happens to be the LPE project. And then scroll down. There's an order form. Just simply put choose for me if you really don't know what you want to do. It's a chunk. It's $24.95, but it's one-time payment. You get a whole website to yourself. If you want a shared project, you get a tier 2 at $600. Okay, and so you get a state. We're still going to be doing these campaigns for everyone. Okay, cold callers are going to run around. We'll make sure they inevitably cover all the states. And we're going to make sure that they cover all the industries. Because when you've got guys who can make a perfect 2-minute cycle pitch, and they can do it on voicemail and just field calls in the morning, and they can do it over and over and over again, I mean, we'll cover every area. And it's such a delicious pitch. It's so simple. It's so stupid easy that anybody would say, I can do that. Even if you never cold call, you're like, I can do that. I can offer that. There's no stigma attached. There's no negativity. I'm not even asking for anything. I'm just trying to get the guy going. and we figured it all out. It's totally awesome. So if you don't know what you want us to do, just put choose for me, okay? Whether you're doing a co-ownership project or a full level project, you can either put down what you want or say choose for me, okay? Some guys know what they want, they're getting what they want. Other guys don't really know what they want us to work on it though, so that we can just have you go through our process where we wind up doing all this stuff on our own and you get your cut, okay? And everyone on board is making it happen for you. Come along for the ride. This is a really incredible ride, and the cold callers get paid well. The Adword funders are going to get paid well. The Adword managers get paid well. The guys who are doing the websites, all ears. What do we need to tweak, change, do with the web pages for your clients? Do we need to put in a logo for somebody? Do we need to stick somebody's company name in? Do we need to change some keyword density on certain pages that are going to be promoted? Do you need a certain page for a certain city to be about a certain product or feature, but not something else? We'll go in there and fix it. And again, that's the point. The website guys are in their cut. Everyone earns their cut. Okay? But there you go. This thing is almost about to blow open. And we're still in very early October. I cannot wait. I can't wait. And like some people have been saying, can you imagine what's going to be like by summer next year? Let alone Christmas this year. Christmas this year should be really good. Summer next year should be incredible. All right, we're virtually there. All you guys who want in, get in. All you guys who want to be Adwords funders per se, send me an email. Tell me how much money you got to work with. Tell me if you have a particular industry interest. Okay. All of you guys who want to get involved and say, I don't have any money, but I can cold call if it's stupid easy, then let me know that. I'll get you going because we want as many cold callers as we can on the cold calling crew. We want as many Adwords funders as want to be in that. We want as many guys to give us a justification for creating more projects because we want to leapfrog from 108 that we have on the schedule now to 400 because that's how we make our backlinking backbone far more powerful for everyone. And pretty soon we're going to be able to allow everyone to backlink whatever they want, basically, throughout that network. By the time we have 400 sites covering all these industries, it's insane. So we need more industries, you know, and we need guys who say, I also want, like, for example, garage door repair. I also want towing because we want more tier 2, tier 3 style effects going into those. And that's good because we will get you in and we have more websites coming to backlink you. That's the coolest thing now about moving down the ladder. We can reach the point where we can do more websites, whether they have owners or not at this point, to surface up the websites that come before them. Just to strengthen them. We've really done a lot in the past few months so that instead of making a few websites with huge backlink counts and pages, we can do laser targeted websites back to back and grow this out and put dedicated IP addresses with different subnets on the different websites. And that's something we're doing too soon. We're flowing it all through and in the meantime doing Adwords campaigns and cold calling. So we're getting it all tied together and this thing's about to blow open. Everybody involved, congratulations for seeing it coming. Congratulations to everyone for having enough patience to wait this long. You guys have been great. You guys haven't pushed, you've asked here and there how things are coming. No problem with that at all. My updates don't come out very often, that's true. It's easy to get antsy. But you understood that when you paid, you're gonna let us work and we'll get back to you as we get things done. We have been building like mad and we have been ripping down crap and putting up quality. And then figuring out what a new level of quality is. So ripping down the old stuff and putting up new. We've been hemorrhaging cash to get to this point. And that's awesome because you guys made it possible for us to get to this point. From here, we're really in the big leagues. We are competitive enough to compete with most any industry. And across 2,000 major metro areas in the US, we can compete with most of those guys about any time. So yeah, I mean, we are now sitting as strong as we can for organic growth by knitting together the proper backlink scenario. We did that with the software installer tool. So we are about to tie all these backlinks together and run them through these sites. And it's going to just blow up organically. And then at the same time, for controlling income, Adwords. Adwords on Google, Adwords on Bing, and a bunch of free Adwords coupons coming in through Google Adwords too, just giving us a bunch of extra free credits. More information to come. But yeah, get in. Get in soon. By the time this blows up and everyone goes, now I see it's making money. It's going to be most expensive for them. It's visionaries that spend upfront to build a thing. You cannot sell something you cannot show. So it's the guys that make it exist, that make it showable in the first place, that make it happen in the first place, that reap the greatest rewards in any company. And you guys who've been getting in and making this thing grow to the point where we're actually here and here and here and here and here, just as we keep going, all right? All of this is happening exactly because of you, okay? So definitely realize what you're doing. You're building something massive and residual, and it will benefit you hugely. And that's exactly where we plan to go with it. And we don't mind at all. We know we're going to pay you, and you're going to want more. And it's a cycle. Everybody reaps the benefits by pooling our efforts and talents and money and resources together and having patience for it to grow. Thanks a lot for being in. Thanks a lot for being on board. Thanks a lot for being part of our crew. I can't wait. We're almost going to be making money now. And really a lot of it, the way these campaigns are coming out, this is pretty insane. I really can't wait to put this stuff in motion. We'll have sales and they'll pay profits and we're going to share them. I can't wait. Christmas is going to be awesome. See you. Take care.